In the two previous videos, we showed that the weak era in tennis happened between 2001 and 2007. We explained why it happened, and we also named 15 weak era records. But despite all the evidence, many Federer fans continue to deny the existence of the weak era, and they have resoundingly voiced their disapproval in the comments section. What's interesting is that most of the comments say the same thing, that Federer was so superhumanly good in his prime that he stopped everyone else from succeeding, including other potentially great players like Hewitt, Roddick and Safin. I am not exaggerating when I say that I have never seen so many identical comments to a YouTube video. Today we will answer those comments and debunk the myth that Federer stopped all other players from becoming great in the weak era. As we do this, we will also touch on a few other theories that are popular among Federer fans. Let's begin. Whenever Fed fans deny the existence of the weak era, they always bring up Roger's main rivals at that time, Hewitt, Roddick and Safin. According to the weak era deniers, these three were amazing players, and the only reason why they did not reach greatness is because Federer stopped them. Between 2001 and 2007, Federer won 12 slams and accumulated 204 consecutive weeks as number one. In the same time span, Hewitt, Roddick and Safin combined for only 4 slams and 100 weeks at number one. So at first glance, it may seem that Roger stopped the other three from becoming great, but only at first glance. Firstly, the only way that one tennis player can stop another from winning a title is by beating them. There is no other way. Therefore, if Roger stopped Hewitt, Roddick and Safin from winning more slams, that would mean that he personally eliminated them from most, if not all the slams in the weak era. Let's see if that is true. Between 2001 and 2007, there were 28 Grand Slam tournaments, and Hewitt played in 27 of them. He only missed the 2005 French Open because of injury. Out of the 27 majors that he played, he won 2 and was eliminated in the other 25. In other words, Hewitt lost 25 Grand Slam matches between 2001 and 2007. If it were true that only Federer kept Hewitt from winning more slams, we would expect most of Hewitt's losses to be against Roger. But as it turns out, only 5 of Hewitt's 25 losses were to Federer, just 20%. What about Roddick? He also played in 27 slams. He won only 1 title and had 26 losses. But only 6 of those losses were to Roger, 23%. And Safin played in 23 major tournaments, won once and had 22 losses. But only 2 of those losses were to Roger, just 9%. As you can see, the idea that Federer alone kept all 3 of them from winning more slams is silly. It's nowhere close to the truth. Most of their losses were to other players. As a matter of fact, most of their losses were to low-ranked players. 11 of Hewitt's 25 losses were to players outside of top 10, 44%. Roddick lost 65% of his matches to players outside of top 10, and Safin 68%. But wait, there's more. Hewitt lost to unseeded players 6 times, Roddick 12, and Safin 8 times. All 3 of them lost more matches to unseeded players than they did to Roger. Roddick lost twice as many times to unseeded players than to Federer, and Safin 4 times as many. If anybody stopped Hewitt, Roddick and Safin from winning more slams, it wasn't Roger. It was those darn unseeded players. Not only were Hewitt, Roddick and Safin inconsistent, but so were all top players in the weak era. I explained this in great detail in the era comparison video. Since Roger's main rivals between 2001 and 2007 could not seriously threaten him, didn't win much, and struggled against lower-ranked players, the logical conclusion is that they were simply not great. But Fed fans are masters of upside-down logic. They flip every argument on its head. In this case, they invented the strong field theory. Instead of admitting that Hewitt, Roddick and Safin struggled against lower-ranked players because of their own shortcomings, Fed fans claim that they struggled because all the lower-ranked players were strong. We will talk about this in the next video. Until then, thank you for watching and I will talk to you soon.